a real issue lately of every big successful film needing to be based on an already big established IP. A lot of people have noticed it and been wanting something new and original, myself included. Which is why I got very excited when Ryan Coogler announced that he was making his own original story about vampires and gangsters set in the 1930s. Now that sounded original and awesome. Coogler already did fantastic work with his IP films Creed and freaking Black Panther, so I was ready to see how he'd bring that same magic from those films to such a cool sounding new project. And he did not disappoint. This film about two twin gangsters that come home to their rural Mississippi town to open up a juke joint, only to have it get attacked by vampires, was as rad as it sounds. It actually takes a pretty good while to get to the vampire stuff, as most of the first half is spent just getting to know the characters of this little community. And it's really impressive how well you feel like you know everyone, considering how many characters are being juggled. One reason it works is because it is all centered around our two main characters, the Smokestack twins, both played by Michael B. Jordan in an awesome dual performance. His acting and Coogler's script both make each character so distinct from the other without going like over the top and cartoony. Smoke is the more serious, aggressive, and violent one, almost like a smoking gun. And Stack is the more lighthearted, smiley, and jovial one, who's always got his mind on his stacks of money. It's all the time spent building this familiarity with these characters that makes the inevitable horrors hit even harder. They're not super outright scary, but they give plenty of time to really build up the creepiness and the threat that they pose. When these supernatural elements do come into the story full force, it's almost kind of jarring, but it's done in a way that tells the audience this is the turning point and gets them geared up for the coming insanity. Insanity which is so fun to watch because of the clear rules and lore they set up for the vampires, and the awesomely creepy looks that they have with their bloody faces, and especially the little red gleams in their eyes. The more down-to-earth half of the film and the more supernatural half of the film come together perfectly thanks to Ryan Coogler's awesome direction, which fills every scene with so much style. And a lot of this style is thanks to his longtime collaborator Ludwig Göransson, whose music rocks in this, as always. There are a number of scenes where he brings out so much culture from a variety of places, and he pulls out some more modern touches for the vampire scenes that make them feel so much more otherworldly and just freaking rad. Everything came together perfectly in this. The acting, the music, the cinematography, all under incredible direction. I think this movie is going to go down as an all-time classic. So, I gotta say, Sinners, more like gassers, don't leave when the credits roll, by the way. There's a very important scene in the middle of them.